offense ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He completes this to Russell Gage.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 21-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White, 28 yards. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First down. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And some room to work.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a play fake. Brady. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Vikings are going to get... just shy of the 20.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 26. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Brady.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Brady gives this to White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Here's White.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point put through by Succo, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. 23 yards on the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Cook again.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On play action, now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Gold's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A run for the first time with Myles Gaskin. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 37 yards. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy, that's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Purdy on fourth down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Purdy bootlegging it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Back to throw, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Purdy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Phillips, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Miami Dolphins and themselves. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Two and a throw right away.
And incomplete to open things up.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On second and goal.
Tua.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go. Throwing to start here is Tua.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Oh, he fakes a spike. Buying time to his left.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score.
Raheem Mostert,
50 yards.
And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, that's caught by his tight end Dawson Knox. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their team.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
On second and a long way to go. Allen.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for him.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 31. It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That swing out wide to Sanders.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on a touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And some room to run now.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost overperformed again thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, 1 more commit, and they get off the field.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Ready?
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
It's Kelce on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce on his way. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Right to the air is Mahomes.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 22. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 43 yards.
And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action now. Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
George Karlaftis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught at the 20.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Cousins.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Cousins on the keeper. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it?
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Goes 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They go play action. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A good pickup there at 22. Cousins now to throw on first down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 37 yards.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On play action, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime, But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Fourth down. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play fake. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Cousins on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Cousins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least 1 tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
On the move to his left.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's had the...
And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here. From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now here's Mahomes. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
40 yards.
And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
Down inside the 10.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage.
And he's going to go down again. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up the 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
To throw is Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
69 yards.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, trying to tie this football game. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Third down, here's a run by Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Cousins now. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught at the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A
big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity, but didn't.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it.
And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Cousins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
They run the counter with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A nice little juke. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Touchdown!
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Mahomes will throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Cousins to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.